Today we present Of Truth, first published in 1625. What is truth? So asked the jesting Pilate, and would not stay for an answer. Certainly there are those who delight in uncertainty and count it a bondage to fix a belief. They desire freedom in thinking, just as they desire freedom in acting. And though the philosophical schools that once embraced such views have long disappeared, there remain many restless minds of the same spirit. Yet it is not merely the labor required to discover truth, nor the burden truth places upon our thoughts once it is found. That causes men to favor falsehood. There exists within human nature a strange and corrupt affection for the lie itself. One of the later Greek philosophers examined this mystery and wondered why men should love lies. Not the lies of poets, which entertain, nor the lies of merchants, which profit, but lies loved simply for their own sake. Truth is like the clear light of day. It reveals things exactly as they are. Yet that same daylight does not display the masks, spectacles, and pageantry of the world nearly so beautifully as candlelight. Truth may possess the value of a pearl, a treasure best appreciated in daylight, but it lacks the glitter of a diamond or a ruby, which shine most brilliantly beneath changing lights. A touch of falsehood often adds pleasure. Indeed, if all vain opinions, all flattering hopes, all false estimates of ourselves, and all pleasing fantasies were removed from the minds of men, many would find themselves left with spirits diminished and melancholy. One of the early church fathers called poetry the wine of devils, not because it is wholly false, but because it fills the imagination with shadows. Yet the greatest danger is not the lie that merely passes through the mind. It is the lie that settles there, the lie that takes root and becomes belief. And yet, despite the weakness of human judgment, truth teaches us that the search for truth is the courtship of truth, the knowledge of truth is the presence of truth, and belief in truth is the enjoyment of truth. This, Bacon says, is the highest good of human nature. The first creation of God was light, the light of the senses, and the last was the light of reason. Since then, his continuing work has been the illumination of the human spirit. First, he brought light to chaos. Then he breathed light into the face of man, and still he inspires light into the hearts of those who seek him. Despite the weakness of human judgment, truth teaches us that the search for truth is the courtship of truth, the knowledge of truth is the presence of truth, and belief in truth is the enjoyment of truth. This, Bacon says, is the highest good of human nature. The first creation of God was light, the light of the senses, and the last was the light of reason. Since then, his continuing work has been the illumination of the human spirit. First, he brought light to chaos. Then, he breathed light into the face of man, and still he inspires light into the hearts of those who seek him. A poet once observed that there is pleasure in standing safely upon the shore. Watching ships struggle against a stormy sea, there is pleasure in standing high within a castle. Watching a battle unfold below, but no pleasure compares with standing upon the high ground of truth. A place where the air is always clear and serene. From there one may observe the errors, the confusions, the wanderings, and the storms that trouble the world beneath. Yet such a view should inspire compassion, not pride, for truly it is heaven upon earth, when the mind moves in charity, rests in providence, and turns upon the poles of truth. Let us now leave philosophy and religion and speak of truth in the affairs of everyday life. Even those who do not practice honesty will admit that plain and straightforward dealing is the honor of human nature. Falsehood may sometimes make our affairs easier, just as alloy strengthens gold or silver, yet it diminishes their value. Crooked dealings are the path of the serpent, not the upright walk of a noble man. No vice covers a person with greater shame than to be discovered false and faithless. The French writer Montaigne once remarked that calling a man a liar is among the greatest insults. For to say that a man lies is to say that he is brave toward God and a coward before men. A lie dares to face heaven, yet trembles before humanity. And surely the evil of falsehood can scarcely be expressed more strongly than this, that when divine judgment comes upon mankind, the loss of faith and truth shall be among its final signs. Thus concludes Francis Bacon's essay of truth. May we not merely admire truth, but seek it. Not merely seek it, but know it, and not merely know it, but live by it.